Well, each week on our Built to Be Heard series, we will be speaking about leadership, we'll be speaking about reflections, thoughts. Sometimes I will have guests on here, other times it will just be me. And I hope that you will join me. I hope that you will get some benefit from what I bring up or what guests speak about. And by all means, if you would like to join me one week, I would love to invite you to send me a DM and let me know if you are interested in joining our Built to Be Heard series. Okay, so let's just go ahead and jump in. One of the driving forces behind this Built to Be Heard series is because I truly believe that you were not meant to play small and you were not meant to stay hidden. Now, I know that everyone listening to this live stream or the recording are finding themselves in different places in their businesses, right? Some of you may just be starting. Some of you may already be a well established business owner, but maybe you're looking to break into a different vertical market. Maybe you're looking to break into a different geography in the world. Like, let's say that you have just maintained your business in the United States. Maybe you're looking to expand it to Canada. Maybe you're looking to expand it to Mexico. Whatever the case is, right? You were not meant to play small. You were not meant to stay hidden. And I know that it can take courage to, allow us to go to the next step because let's face it, we all have other things going on around us. I've talked many times about the weight that we carry that a lot of times is invisible to many others, right? Because we may be showing up consistently online, we may be showing up consistently in real life at events, local events, or national or even international events. But not everyone knows exactly what else we're carrying as far as the weight on our shoulders. And sometimes that weight can get extremely heavy. And, as much as I talk about being seen and being heard, sometimes I don't really want to be seen because maybe I don't feel like putting makeup on, right? Guys don't always have to worry about that, but uh, you know, whatever the case is, maybe someone can relate to me that sometimes I don't feel like putting makeup on because the makeup I put on, I gotta take it off before I go to sleep. So, and it all has to do with what is going on around us, right? And quite frankly, we all know that we don't have to put a full face of makeup on just to be in front of the camera. But it does help sometimes with confidence and things like that. So I just wanted to say, as much as I talk about being heard and getting seen, sometimes I just don't feel up to it. But I try to remember, and I hope this helps you too. I try to remember that if we want to make sure that we're in the right rooms with the right people, then we have to show up, regardless if we feel like it or not, right? Because it isn't about us, anyways. It's about the people we serve, the solutions we provide. We want to be able to make sure that those people that we're seeking to serve know that we get them, right? Or we shouldn't be working with them, right? If we can't finish some of the sentences in their heads, or we can't finish the questions that maybe haven't even come out of their mouth yet, then we probably shouldn't be serving them. Probably we should be seeking to serve another group, right? Because that's what it takes in today's world. We really need to make sure that we are building trust with our audience. And in that audience, there are going to be some prospects. In that audience, there are going to be fans of you and what you speak about. But maybe those fans will never turn into clients, and that's okay. Maybe some of those fans may be good referrers. some of those fans may just be good at being a fan, and that's okay too. I'm just mentioning this because I want you to understand that as you step into your next level of business, then you need to make sure that you're aware of the fact that we are building audiences of many different members, right? Like I said, some may just be followers, some may just be fans. They are all so valuable. But what you want to focus on is showing up, seeking to serve, and speaking to those people that you can actually solve their problem and provide that solution. Okay. Now, as I said in the beginning, you were not meant to stay hidden. You were not meant to stay small. There are three things I wanted to bring up today on this live stream. And I know you've heard them before, but I think that someone out there needs to be reminded of them. Okay. So the first point that I like to bring up is your expertise is a gift that no one else has. Okay. So maybe you scaled your company to 3 million, 10 million. Maybe you're looking to go to the next step. Your level of expertise as that CEO or founder, no one else has that level of expertise. No one else is going to be able to do exactly what you do because there's only one of you. So please remember that. Okay. Number two, being heard by maybe different people in different rooms is not about raising the volume. It's not. It doesn't mean you have to be exhausted. It doesn't mean you have to speak louder. It just means that you need to build more trust with those people that you're seeking to serve. Okay. And of course, if we don't know them, they're not going to know to trust us. Okay. But in today's world, because there is so much uncertainty and there is so much mistrust, we need to make sure that we are seeking to serve and we have the intention of inviting them to trust us that we can serve them. Okay. Again, getting back to the point of the fact that it's not about us, it's about them, and making sure that we are able to attract the right people to us or go out and do outreach so that they can learn about us. Because again, you were not meant to stay hidden and you were not meant to play small. Okay. Third and final point. Again, I know you've heard of this before, but I really believe someone needs to hear this today. Okay. So, being visible, allowing yourself to be visible, like I was talking about in the beginning, like sometimes I just really don't want to be seen. I just kind of want to be in my own element and I'll talk all day on the audio. I'm good with that. Okay. But I feel, more comfortable doing that. But I also know that it's important to do it anyways. So, video is a good way to build trust with people so they can really see how you are. Because a lot of people, when they first see you, when they're first getting to know you, when they're first deciding if they want to trust you or not, you're not in a Zoom room with them. They may just be scrolling through, maybe here, like on Substack or another platform. And this allows people to get like a snapshot of you, to really hear your voice. And by the way, this wasn't on my plan today, but I did want to just mention that if you are looking to get to know people and you're looking to sincerely, of course, build trust with people, one of the things I would recommend that you do is leave audio messages. Either send the audio messages on text if you have their mobile phone of your voice, or if you're on LinkedIn, which LinkedIn is my biggest platform, I would recommend that you leave audio messages so that people can actually hear your voice. Now, this is what I do with mine, and I hope that this helps you. I hope this kind of like inspires or triggers some thought in your mind where you're thinking, okay, yes, I can do that, right? And some of you may be scared to speak. I get that too. Okay. But do it anyways. All right. So let's just say you're looking to grow your network on LinkedIn. So every time I've gotten a new connection, I leave an audio message for my new connections. And you have to be first level connected with people to be able to leave an audio message. And I also want to let you know it's only available on your mobile devices. So even to this day, I've been doing it as long as the audio messages have been available. Because if I could just operate my entire business on my phone, I would. I wouldn't even be on desktop like I am right now because I love just using my phone. It just keeps things simple for the most part, right? But, we can have tech issues regardless of sometimes if we're on our phone or on the desktop. But my point is, let's just say on LinkedIn, you can do it on Facebook too, but let's just stay with LinkedIn. You get a new connection, then go to your mobile phone and leave them an audio message. Here's something that I say. I just say, "Hi, Charles. I am delighted that we're connected. I wanted to wish you a happy and blessed day." Or I wanted to wish you a happy and blessed weekend. This is not the opportunity for you to go ahead and introduce you and your business. That is not good timing yet. Just tell them that you are glad that you're connected. Do it in your voice, of course. You don't have to say exactly what I do, of course. I'm just giving you ideas. And then wish them well, wish them a great, a happy and blessed weekend, a happy and blessed day. And that's it. And what you're going to find is sometimes people are going to message you back, and especially the ones that use desktop, and they are going to say, "How did you do that?" Well, guess what? That's the perfect opportunity for you to tell them how you did that. And you can challenge them to do it as well. But you see, it's it like last time I checked, it's not available on desktop. So what you do on the mobile app is you just go down to the bottom of where you would type in the text and you hit the microphone. And the good thing about LinkedIn is it cuts you off after a minute. So it doesn't have to be a long message. Just leave them a short greeting message and then see what comes back. Some people will figure it out and they'll leave you an audio message back. Sometimes I still, last week, had someone tell me that this was the first audio message they ever received. So even though it's been around for like 4+ years, maybe 5, a lot of people don't use it. It's underutilized. So I encourage you to do that, especially if you're on LinkedIn, because as many bots and people that don't want to engage and everything like that, which is fine, you just do your own thing, right? But if you are wanting to show up and seeking to serve, then why not let them hear your voice, right? Let them hear your voice so that they know that you're real and they can hear how sincere you are. Okay. So that's my tip of the day. It was completely unplanned. I hope it helps somebody. But I did want to remind you all that you were not meant to be hidden, you were built to be heard. Okay. So we, my team and I, are hosting a private Zoom event next Wednesday. I would love it if you would like to join. Please DM or comment the word HERD, HERD, and we will send over the invite. And, part of expanding your business or expanding your thought leadership platform is really about getting in the right rooms with the right people. It's about having a strategy, but you can do that whether it's in real life or in the Zoom rooms. So I encourage you to consider joining us. We'll be doing some networking. I'll be teaching some thoughts on what you can do from where you are to get from where you are to where you want to be. And I love the idea of showing up and having us, get to meet new people, because you never know. You could be in that right room with those right people, and they could have been waiting for you, right? So they could have been waiting for you. So, hi everyone. I just noticed I'm terrible at like speaking and then looking and reading that. So I'm going to put my glasses on, and I just want to say hi to Dr. Herzala. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. And I would also like to say hi to Americo da Costa. And yes, you are so right. Our voice is so powerful and it's underutilized. It really is. More people need to hear you and see you, because, like I was talking about that first point, we all have that level of expertise and no one else can duplicate that, right? Like, perhaps you already have an established business and you've grown to, like, let's say 7 million. Okay. But then you're looking to expand into maybe a different geography or into a different vertical. Well, you already have that level of expertise. No one can take that away from you. And it really is our duty and obligation to show up for people, because we don't know until we get in the right rooms with the right people who we can help. And that's part of the excitement, right? Because we never know who's listening to our voices when we do speak out. We just don't know. And as long as we're showing up and seeking to serve, then sometimes it's like the right people will find us. They will. You can't rely on that method like solely, of course, just like we can't rely on just a referral based business. We have to build a pipeline of prospects and clients. That's required. Okay. Years ago, maybe not. But I mean, I can tell you that as long as I've been in sales, when I started out of college and my first job was with AT&T, that was the first thing we did. That was the first thing they taught us, is how to build a pipeline. And that was before social media. So I think all of us need a pipeline. You know, we may have gotten, I know businesses that have been able to scale to 8 figures, but it's rare in today's world that you can sustain that or grow beyond that if you do not have a pipeline with some different strategies to bring more people into your ecosystem, so that they can either, qualify themselves for your services or disqualify themselves. It doesn't really matter. But all you have to do is know that you just need to show up seeking to serve, and making sure that you are able to speak to the solutions that people may need. So I would encourage everyone, if you are looking to learn more about some simple strategies that you can do about getting in the right rooms with the right people, then please do DM or comment the word heard, and I'll make sure that you get the invite for next Wednesday, July 22nd. Okay. So in the meantime, please remember that your voice was meant to be heard. So I encourage you, even if you're hesitating a little bit, push through that and allow your voice to be heard anyway. Don't wait. Don't wait, because you could miss that next opportunity to impact someone's life, or you could miss that opportunity to understand that the new client that you're onboarding has been waiting for your solution. It's such a gratifying feeling. I know you all know what I'm talking about, but the fact that we have an opportunity to serve people, and we're living at such a wonderful time because we can work with people all over the world as long as we have Wi-Fi. I've coached people in over 44 countries, and I have conducted over 5,800 coaching sessions since 2014. So you can do that too. And, even if you're not in coaching, just think about The fact, even if let's say you're expanding your brick and mortar business, what if you have a client base of 10,000 now? What if you were able to increase that to 15,000? Think about the lives and the other businesses that you would be impacting if you were doing that. So don't play small. Let that be a thing of the past. And know that you are built to be heard. Okay. Remember that. And if you think of somebody that needs to be reminded of it, please share this with them. I would be honored. And if you would like to come on to one of our Built to be Heard live streams, please DM that to me as well. Just say you're interested, and then we can talk about everything and we can get you scheduled. Because sometimes I just show up, and talk about different reflections or different talking points that I've been kind of working with this week to try to inspire some thoughts in our audience. Other times, I love to use this time to interview others so that other people can get to know you. All right. So remember, you were built to be heard. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening to the recording. And I will speak to everyone soon.